Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back. Now, through the period of time from my last video until now, I was on break. But I'm back in my dorm. It's the second day since the first semester or the second semester started. So it's currently a Tuesday, January 13th. It's 6 p.m. right now. Just recording this video to get something out because it's been a while. But I didn't want to just talk about anything. I wanted to talk about specifically what this year has planned out because I never made like a 2026 video, but that's what this is going to be about. This is going to be talking about what I'm looking to achieve, have my goals changed, what has changed about me, whether that's mentally, physically, just what has happened um, throughout the period of this last video and this video. So my goals have not changed. So I still want to hit 10K a month. I still want to retire my parents, and I want to do well mentally, physically, and financially altogether. This new year is my golden ticket. And what I mean by, and you're going to hear people say this every single year at the start of New Year, this is really the year I lock in. This is really the year that I start doing X, Y, and Z. But the reason I say this is because we've been, me and my team have been working on a new campaign. We've been working on a new campaign, new ads, new offer, new automations, everything. So when this all comes together, and you put it into campaign, we launched it literally yesterday. The ads are live right now, and we're gonna start getting people in. We're gonna start getting leads. And if you're not familiar with like the whole AI agency, what I'm doing, then this is gonna sound like a whole bunch of jargon. Basically, we've launched this new campaign, and this is gonna be my golden ticket to making 10K a month. Okay, and that's one step out of a lot of other steps that I want to hit, and that's basically on the goal side. 2026, I said I want to be better physically, so I can be more disciplined with just physical activities like the gym. I won't have to worry about walking because my classes are though just if you're in GSU, you know how it is. I wouldn't say everything's like it's not as bad. It can be worse, but you definitely have to do some walking for classes. So I think I won't have as much time as I did on break to work, but that doesn't mean that I can't leverage all the time that I do have to work on the business. So with it being a break, I had to spend time with family, and that's time you can never get back, right? I think that's justified. But with me being in college now, after I eat lunch, after I go through my classes, I've got to leverage my time for what I want to work towards, and that's the business. Obviously, I need to set time aside for maybe the gym, just socializing a little bit, but not to the point where it affects my priorities and it affects my schedule and it affects my path for my goals. In other words, just distractions, right? I'm not saying to neglect everybody. I'm not saying that I should neglect all my friends and my family, but set aside time for them. Set aside time to what you need to get done, right? Whether it's like I said, it's hanging out with your family, hanging out with friends, this and that, maybe your hobbies, I don't know, but you need to be leveraging the time that you have for the business. And this is something that it took a while for me to really understand, because in the early stages of the business, this is something that I didn't take account for at all. I thought I was locked in. I thought I was working on the business, but the early stages of the business, which I would say are around early 2025, so it's almost been a full year I've been working on the business, but I would say May, around until like the end of summer. I thought I was leveraging my time, but I was still falling into old habits. And the part of falling into old habits, it's not something that you can just cut out. You can't just cut out habits. Maybe some people can, but I would say majority it takes time. Relapsing is a thing. I'm not saying that to be lenient with cutting down your habit. You should by all means take it in a matter of you need to like cut these habits out. Not in the way of like, yeah, like, you know, if I fall back into this, it's okay. Like that's a process. You shouldn't think like that at all. That's incorrect. That's not how you should think at all. You should take it as in you want to cut out these habits immediately. If a website needed to be designed, and I was like, you know, I'll just do it later, and I hopped on the game. That's what I was doing. That's essentially what I was doing, um, a while back, and you know, just through the people around me, that's been, you know, helping me stay on track and keep myself accountable. It's really helped in understanding that you need to get your priorities straight. You need to, you know, if you're doing something, if you're managing a business, you have to be on top of it. You can't let things slide. I'm just going off track here, right? I'm literally just like going off the dome right now. I'm staring at a white screen right now. I'm literally just talking as I go. And yeah, new semester just started, moved back, settled down. You know, when it comes to my parents, I don't think they see the vision I do. And they never, I mean, it's not even a matter of I think, they will never understand what's possible to do on a laptop in this day of age. When they see their child spending an outrageously amount of time working on a business, and especially when their child is in college. And it's possible, it's so possible in this day of age with the amount of opportunities with AI. I rambled to my dad a lot about, you know, how AI is doing this and that and is doing a bunch of cool stuff, but they don't know the real possibility with an AI agency, with what I'm doing, the business that I'm doing. It's the amount of the room for money to be made, right, is insane. It's an amount that my parents won't understand because I'm in college and they want me to prioritize my degree. But at the end of the day, it's just like, what am I getting this degree for? To make money. What if I can make an unbelievably greater amount of money with what I'm doing right now than the degree? And it's proof. There's proof that you can make money with this, a significantly larger amount of money, and I don't understand it. Now, some parents get it, some parents don't. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a parent not knowing what's possible on a laptop, right? It's just, it's gonna be harder to get around when you're pouring hours in your room working on something, and they go to question you, like, what are you always doing in your room? Why are you always in your room? It's harder to explain it when your parents don't understand the vision that I have. They don't understand that I'm trying to retire them. That's basically my whole why. My why is I want to retire them. I want to retire so my family can never work another day in their life again and spoil them because they deserve it. And just to live a better life. Every, you know, once a week, I'll definitely just post a video. It doesn't have to be crazy edits like my other videos where, you know, I literally set up like tripod camera angles and just videos that I just talk, right? Videos I just talk. Bro, people are so loud. Like, it's insane, bro. But I can't be talking because sometimes I'll blast my guitar in my dorm at like 2 a.m. But it's all I have for you guys today. I know I didn't talk much, but I just wanted to get my goals and just have something early 2026 down that I can look back on. Because in the end, I'm going to look back on all of these videos and just look at how far I came. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.